Welcome to SVG-TV News for Tuesday, May 2nd, 2017. I'm Lafern Fraser with the details. Justice Esco Henry deliberated today in the election petitions case and ruled that the court has the case management powers to give direction of the motions to strike to be heard. She will also hear all issues incidental to the motions to strike at the same time and give her ruling thereafter. Lawyers for the ruling Unity Labour Party, or the ULP, Queen's Counsel Anthony Astafan and attorney Richard Williams said that they were pleased with the decision taken by Justice Henry to hear the motion to strike.
Motions to strike, and we are very happy with that.
So that would mean what for you?
If we win, the end of the case. If we lose, then we have another fight. But what I wanted heard is being heard now. The motions to strike. And I'm very happy with that.
So you're prepared? You're prepared and ready to go?
Like Freddie.
We're proceeding with the matter. So the motions would be heard on Thursday and Friday, and we wait to see what the judge says about it, as to whether or not the case will go on or not. If not, then that's the end of it. If it goes on, then we would hear the petitions. So just a waiting game now, but we have to do what we have to do.
So you're confident because Mr. Astafan said he's ready like Freddie?
We are ready. We've been working hard and we are ready.
And NDP leader Dr. Godwin Friday and Queen's Counsel Stanley Stocky John says they are pleased with the decision taken by Justice Henry and her sense of fairness. Earlier, John argued the importance of having the matters be expeditious, economic and fair to the court.
Anticipated that her ladyship is likely to proceed in a similar way. Yeah, in fact, I did say to my colleague, Mr. Astafan, that I think the judge would start hearing the motion to strike this afternoon. He didn't seem to think so, but I thought that was...
Because he says he's ready like Freddie.
Yeah, well, he said so.
Well, this judge seems to be moving the process along. We will return on Thursday to continue with the arguments, and they are raising their arguments again regarding their motion to strike out, and we have motion there about alleging abusive process in which they are the way they are proceeding, and so we'll continue with that. And the judge has said that if the time is not enough today and Thursday, that we will come back again on Friday. So we are happy for that because it matters. It's proceeding. So let's leave the rest up to the court and to the lawyers to make a representation on Friday, well, on Thursday, and then hopefully we can have that matter resolved as quickly as possible. I think the people in the country deserve it because look at how many people are here. They have come out because they're interested to see that this matter is resolved once and for all, and we promise them that we'll do that.
The New Democratic Party candidates in the December 2015 general elections, Laurent Baptiste for North Windward and Benjamin Exeter for Central Leeward, were present at today's hearing but shied away from the cameras.
So any comments?
No, not today, not today. Let's wait until next week, after the hearings proceeded.
Anything, Mr. Chairman?
Not today, not today.
And candidates for the Unity Labour Party and members of Parliament for North Windward, Montgomery Daniel and Sir Louis Straker for Central Leeward were also on hand and said they're allowing their legal team to handle the matter.
Well, I'm there listening, hearing all of the legal arguments, and we can only hope for the best.
So Louis, any comments?
No, I don't. These matters are legal, technical matters, and the public address system is so poor that sometimes you can't get everything that is being said. But these are matters that the professionals will argue out. I have no reason to interject and say anything because I don't know the law. So I'm just waiting and see which way it goes.
So you're praying about it?
Well, everything is in the hands of God and the legal practitioners. I'm not perturbed about it at all. Whatever way it goes, it doesn't matter to me.
In a world where the majority of adults work long hours and challenging jobs, the health and safety of workers is a pressing and urgent and ever-present international priority. That's according to Minister of Labor Camilo Gonçalves as he delivered the featured address at the World Safety Day breakfast seminar held by Jarek St. Vincent Limited in collaboration with the National Insurance Services, or the NIS, last Friday. Highlighting that workplace safety and health is an issue here in SVG, Minister Gonçalves noted that the country continues to develop the importance of occupational safety and health, pointing out that the Sustainable Development Goals 3 and 8 seek to ensure work safety and the well-being of individuals. Gonçalves highlighted the government's move to enact a new, modern and comprehensive Occupational Safety and Health Act.
The bill received its first reading in Parliament and is now undergoing rigorous line-by-line scrutiny and revision in that select committee process. Sets up a brand new administrative structure that includes an advisory council and committees to help shape national policy on occupational safety and health and to promote public awareness on occupational safety and health issues. It creates the post of a chief inspector and an inspectorate to enforce the act, and a lot of it is not unknown to workers and employers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A lot of the bill simply codifies, gathers up existing best practices and the common law. The new bill does impose additional general duties, introduce new specific duties, and create a far-reaching administrative apparatus with powers to regulate workplace safety issues in a way that does not currently exist. The bill spells out a number of criminal penalties and fines and administrative proceedings and redress to the High Court and all the rest of it for OSH-related offenses.
Gonçalves said the new act not only protects the rights of the employer but also sees to it that the rights of the employee are also upheld.
They can shut you down if your business is violating some of the provisions in this act. They discipline employees for violating provisions of the act, while employees will be protected if they refuse to work in an environment that puts them in imminent danger. You see, one of the things that acts like this do is to try to rebalance the disparity in power between the employer and the employee. If the employee is in a position of relatively little power, and he says to his or her employer, "Boss, I think that machine is dangerous. It might cut off my finger. It might explode." Without a legal protection, that employer can say, "If you don't want to do it, go home and find somebody else to do it."
Noting that all employers need to understand the overriding importance of health and safety of their workers, the minister outlined the process in which they aim to tackle the costly implementation process of the act.
The Select Committee of Parliament has agreed to a phased adoption of the OSH bill before us to ensure that all parties, that's not just the employers, but also the employees and also the state, will have time to make the necessary adjustments that the law will require. And we're also considering the ticklish issue of whether and to what extent small businesses, very small businesses, should be exempted from particular OSH standards. On one hand, there's no desire to impose financial or administrative burdens on small enterprises. But on the other, the data are overwhelming in demonstrating that many small enterprises are more dangerous than the corresponding large enterprise in terms of the number and severity of injuries and illnesses suffered at the workplace.
A 6-member delegation from the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines arrived in the Republic of China on Taiwan earlier today, Tuesday, May 2nd, 2017. The Minister of Economic Planning, Camilo Gonçalves, and Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Suboto Caesar, will be meeting with policymakers and key stakeholders in different sectors there to discuss issues of mutual cooperation in several areas, including agriculture and technology. The delegation will meet with the President of the Republic of China on Taiwan, Dr. Tsai Ing-wen, on Thursday, May 4th. The other members of the delegation are Luke Brown, Federia Richardson, Cheryl Ann Edwards, and Richard McLeish. The delegation will attend the Cultural Festival for Latin America and the Caribbean before returning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Sunday, May 7th, 2017. Local businesses, organizations, and individuals who have been voted by the public as being the best in some 115 categories were celebrated last Sunday at the Best of SVG Campaign Awards ceremony held at the Community College. Nolisha Miller has more details in this report.
Best Marine Tours, Fantasy Tours.
Best Scuba Diving Services, Dive St. Vincent.
The winners of the Best of SVG campaign were praised for the quality of their service and produce provided to the Vincentian community over the years. Best of SVG People's Awards campaign was organized by Interactive Media Limited in collaboration with Rebel Media. Sunday's award ceremony held at this SVG Community College was to recognize and to celebrate the winners in all 150 categories. Interactive Media Limited CEO Claire Keys noted that the People's Choice Awards is an ideal way to recognize and further encourage excellence among service providers here.
Searchlight, we printed a ballot paper listing several categories and subcategories of products, services, and places, and asked the public to say who, in their opinion, was the best in each subcategory. The idea to have a People's Choice Awards is not original. Many cities in the United States run these campaigns annually, and because these campaigns are usually hosted by newspapers, I thought an exercise like this one would be ideal for our country to help to encourage a culture of excellence. Locked ballot boxes were located throughout the country, including the Grenadines, and voting began.
Keys said while the campaign got off to a late start, it gradually gained momentum and that plans are already in place for the 2018 Best of SVG People's Choice Awards.
We also feel that people who do things well should be recognized, rewarded, and held up as an example. Time does not permit us tonight to have the winners say thank you while on stage, but in the upcoming weeks and months, Searchlight will give you several opportunities to do so. We intend to feature the winners over the next few months, right up to the end of January next year, until the Best of SVG 2018 campaign begins. During the course of the campaign, we have had a lot of feedback from the public about categories that should be included, and also that there was some measure of ambiguity and overlap in relation to some of these categories. Next year, new subcategories will be introduced and some will be eliminated. We will also attempt to more clearly define each category on the ballot paper. So come 2018, look for a bigger, better Best of SVG People's Choice campaign. We have already begun planning.
Some of the awards handed out on Sunday night include the Best Tourist Attraction, which was awarded to the Botanic Gardens, the Best Primary Schools, the St. Mary's Roman Catholic, as well as the Best Beach, which went to the Villa Beach.
Best Furniture Maker, Finishing and Furnishing.
The organizers of the campaign expressed satisfaction with the inaugural activity and have been praised for their efforts to uphold and endorse Vincentian culture, talent, and products. Nolisha Miller, The Evening News.
As the National Center for Technological Innovation, the NCTI, continues to pave the way for persons to gain certification in various information and communication technology-based fields, a group of students enrolled in the animation course offered at the center created history recently for being the first group of Vincentian animators to win an award for the Best Animation Film Submission at the Lignum Vitae Film Festival in Jamaica. Deemed as a truly significant experience, SVG-TV's Nikita Tony caught up with the members of the group to hear how they feel about their accomplishment.
A group of students animators enrolled in the digital animation course at the SVG National Center for Technological Innovation, NCTI, now have an accolade that they themselves and the NCTI can be proud of. After being named winners of the Best Animation Film Award at the 9th Annual Lignum Vitae Film Festival held by the Northern Caribbean University in Jamaica. Dubbed the Vinci Animation Network, the group's coach and also an instructor at the NCTI, David Martin, pointed out that the group of students should indeed be proud of their accomplishment.
A lot of accolades and praises from especially the Ministry of Tourism, etc. and Culture. They tied for first place with the group Flames, with our group Monster, Survivor's Tale. It's a historic event because it's the first time this team has entered into any film festival and we won. Well, we tied for first place, same as winning. And it's also the first time animation is being taught officially in St. Vincent and the Grenadines through the CARSIP program.
Cognizant of the fact that there are persons within the Vincentian Society who are interested in animation but lack proper training, Martin further encouraged such persons to take advantage of the courses offered at the NCTI.
We are flexible with our learning, with our teaching abilities. We are able to work with your time, and we are able to give you the best quality. We're working with helping students to matriculate into college, to build up good portfolios that they can even start working online as soon as they are able. And use this as a valid career path, because animation is currently a $255 billion industry and growing, and it is a perfect opportunity for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to jump on.
Highlighting that a lot was learnt during his tenure at the NCTI, group leader and student animator Ansel Kwao said it was a great experience to have the work of the group acknowledged and appreciated.
Well, the course was good. It was interesting. I'm very impressed at how much we learned, because it was an 8-month course. I'm told that in college and universities it takes like 2 years to learn animation, and it went very well, very smooth. We learned a lot during this course. We worked together well. We communicated, we got our ideas across, and we put everything together. And then to send it off and then have people appreciate it, that was a very good feeling. They got it, they enjoyed it, they thought it was something worthwhile. So that was a really good feeling.
The NCTI continues to encourage persons to take full advantage of the available opportunities to get certified in an ICT-related field. Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.
As they continue to support and empower persons living with disabilities here in SVG, the National Society for Persons Living with Disabilities held its annual Melanie Mackenzie fundraising walk and rally on Friday, April 28th. The event sought to raise funds to further assist with the educational needs of children living with disabilities across the nation. Nikita Tony tells us more about the event in this report.
Team empowering persons with disabilities through education and training, the march, which began at the Peace Memorial Hall, saw representatives from the National Society for Persons Living with Disabilities, the National Society of and for the Blind, the School for Children with Special Needs Kingstown, the St. Benedict's Children's Home, the Louis Burnett Home, the Helping Hand Center, as well as young leaders from the Girls High School, the Intermediate High School, the Emmanuel High School, and the St. Vincent Grammar School, marching through the streets of Kingstown towards the Victoria Park, where the event culminated in the form of a rally. At the rally, Vice President of the National Society for Persons Living with Disabilities, Stanley Richards, during his welcoming remarks, expressed gratitude to all persons present for their continued support in providing empowerment to the society and its members.
Always do this march every year, raising funds for children to attend schools in the country. It's something that's been going on for about 20 years or so. And we are happy that you can join us this morning.
Delivering the vote of thanks was coordinator of the event, Andrea Ashers, who thanked all stakeholders for their dedication towards empowering persons living with disabilities here in SVG.
The National Society of Persons with Disabilities, serving persons with disabilities, take this opportunity to thank stakeholders, well-wishers, members of the other societies and institutions. Thank you for supporting us throughout the years, and we wish and hope that you will continue to do so in the future.
There was also the official handing over of funds collected by their group along the walk to the National Society for Persons Living with Disabilities by the 2017 Girls High School Young Leaders.
Present the National Society of Persons with Disabilities of $285.25 that we collected today on the walk.
Friday's event also aimed to showcase and encourage the talents of persons living with disabilities. Here's a look of some of those performances.
Across the river, and you'll never be unhappy again. Who are quickly and resushi, iho boy on the rock. Madam, if you see how you boy fight back. When Jesus washed, when my Jesus washed, he washed my sins away.
Accomplishments he may not show, and he'll require extra care from the folks he meets way down here.
Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.
The Patty Bordell Secondary School will host a series of events aimed at highlighting the achievements of the institution over the past 40 years. One of the events to celebrate this milestone will be the staging of the first ever Patty Bordell Secondary School Queen of Queens pageant, slated for this Friday, May 5th. Speaking with SVG-TV earlier today, representatives of the 40th Anniversary Committee, Daniela Richards and Kenika Thompson, gave a brief overview of Friday's event.
The 40th Anniversary Committee of the Patty Bordell Secondary School would be holding its first ever Queens of Queen 2017 pageant. The pageant would be held at the Beachfront Entertainment Complex starting 8 p.m. sharp.
Because we are celebrating 40 years, we thought it would be interesting to go back to where we started from and just do a little preview of the school's history through Queens. It will be a night of memorable events. Entrance fee, only $10. Song reinforcement, Panyard International. See you there.
The 5 contestants vying for the coveted title also took the opportunity to invite the Vincentian public to the event.
It's going to take this opportunity to invite the public out on the night of May 5th at the Beachfront Restaurant and Bar to witness 5 young ladies as we vie for the title.
I'm inviting each and everyone to come out on Friday, May 5th at Beachfront Entertainment Complex to witness 5 past queen in the Miss PBSS Queen of Queen 2017.
I want to take this opportunity to invite one and all at the Beachfront Restaurant and Bar. It will be a night full of excitement as we 5 young gems vibe to capture the title of Miss Queens of Queens 2017.
I take this opportunity to invite each and every one of you to come out to the Beachfront Restaurant and Bar this coming Friday to witness as 5 beautiful young ladies vie for the title of Miss Queens of Queens 2017.
I'm inviting each and every one of you to come out at the Beachfront Restaurant and Bar May 5th, 8 p.m. sharp. I can assure you that it will be a night filled with memorable events, one which you won't want to miss.